Then we'll do recording later on. But first, let's make sure this is going. This is mic aux 2. Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. My channel. Okay. Call. Start voice call. Wait, where?
My goodness.
Hello?
Did it work?
Did this
Hello?
There we go. Hello?
I'm live
Hello?
with Char.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
No.
Are you hearing me?
I hear you.
You can hear me,
I can hear you.
but I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Interesting. Hold on.
Hold on.
This is correct.
Can you hear me now?
And what am I doing wrong?
What did you do? What did I do wrong? What
You
did
can
I
see
do?
me, right?
I can't see you.
You can't see me. Turn on camera.
Corey, did I do anything
Can you
wrong?
see me now?
Wait.
But I still can't hear you.
Mute's off. Can you hear me now, Charlie?
Output. Let's do output this. Hello. Hello? Hello? No, I'm just checking. You're fine. You're doing everything correctly. I am messing with forces beyond my control. Apparently. Maybe I should turn off the Spotify. Yeah, that's what's messing with everything. Oh. What's that? Am I muted? Am I deafened? Did I deafen myself? No. Testing again. Testing. I don't think I know anything that's going on. Hold on. Like, sorry. HDMI. Trying these ones again.
Oh, now I can't hear you at all.
I cannot hear you still. What is happening? my camera. Great. Oh, you're just calling again?
Yeah, I was trying to see if that worked.
Wait, try again. Hello?
You hear me?
No, I still can't.
Son of
What's
a
happening?
bitch!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Let's see.
Such a failure.
It doesn't help.
Professional podcast host. Pop out. Hold on. Trained professionals over here. Output device. Built-in output. Try that. Hello? Okay, well I can hear you on my tiny shitty mic. There, hold on.
Hear me. Now.
Okay, now I can hear you kind of say something again.
Do I sound all gurgly garbly?
No, you sound fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn you down a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, so the way I had to do that is put you on the TV speakers, so it's just gonna be a little weird.
Oh, it's gonna be funny.
And testing.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sorry.
Wait, try it again.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, cool. I can have you through these headphones. That's gonna work.
Hooray!
Okay. I don't know. It just didn't work for 1 second, and now it's working, so that's fine. I'm gonna hide this. There we go. Hi, Rochelle.
Oh, sorry. I was getting YouTube channels ready to discuss.
Oh, perfect. Great.
How have you been?
I'm doing good, I think. I feel like I'm just kind of working, existing, beat down by the ever-present monster of capitalism.
Yeah, this time of year is so exhausting for me because I do not like Christmas, and I have not liked Christmas for like over half of my life at this point. And there's so many people who seem to think that I'm the reason Christmas sucks. And I'm like, no, I'm not the reason Christmas sucks. I stay out of y'all's shit. I don't come over and take a dump on your Christmas because I wasn't going to be there in the first place.
Yeah,
The person who's making Christmas bad for you is the person who swears to fucking God they love Christmas, but clearly they're miserable throughout the entire holiday. Those are the people that ruin Christmas.
Yeah, I think like as an ideal, Christmas is great. Like, yeah, it's the one time of year where we're like, hey, be kind to your fellow people on the planet. Like, we're all going.
Unless they say Happy Holidays.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, everybody. We've so bastardized that we're like, no, now it's we can't even.
Oh my God, my mom's been sharing that dumb chainmail shit. One of them was, I'd like to thank our Jewish, Muslim, and Hindu mail carriers for not refusing to deliver Christmas cards. And of course I commented. She hasn't talked to me about it, but I commented on the post. And I was just like, Mom, they're doing their job. Like, what are we commending people for doing their job? And I was like, so, with that same logic, you should be complimenting other Christians for saying Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
I don't think it worked. Most anything I say to my mom, she's just like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, that's fine. But, this time of year just brings out, I think, a lot of the worst in people, and I think this year it's even more exacerbated. The fucking city of Bethlehem says there's no Christmas this year because of the, genocide of the Palestinian people. So I don't know how people are super fucking jacked for their elf on the shelf bullshit this year. But what would I know? What would I know? Just a recovering ex-Catholic trying to be less guilty. While still wading through like a gelatinous cube of it at all times. Everything's great.
Yeah, this year I definitely felt it more. Like, I still want to do somewhat Christmassy stuff, but yeah, it's like, I definitely felt it more. I'm like, this is way too early and too hard. Like, we went out Black Friday Christmas tree shopping. My family does that. And I'm just like, we had to go to 2 different Christmas tree farms, you know, because they didn't have the right kind. It's just like, this is so much. It's the day.
You know, there's a wrong tree.
Yeah. I'm just like,
there's a wrong tree.
This one looks nice. And they're like, no.
No, it's not good enough.
What is the anyway, what are we judging this tree on? But okay, anyway, let me.
My mom was shocked that I don't have a Christmas tree, and I'm like, I have a cat.
Yeah.
Like, I already have to fight her on so many things. Why would I include Christmas tree to the list?
Or like, I'm like, I live in a shitty apartment. I don't have floor space for it. Like, what do you mean? Like,
right.
I don't have the room to sacrifice to put up a tree.
So yeah, the thing that I've been doing lately, though, to distract myself is definitely been watching a lot of aquarium-scaping videos.
Okay, well, I'm excited to hear about that. And I'll show you what I've been kind of deep diving onto. So let me formally introduce you to this podcast. Welcome, Rochelle Cote, to Drowning in Content, an extremely online podcast. For everybody who's just like doom scrolling, watching YouTube, watching Twitch, watching whatever. And yeah, so it's been a couple weeks, so you know, I haven't done any updates on what I've been watching or anything, but a lot of Twitch content around this time of year that's really fun. So that's kind of what I've been doing. But okay, let's go to you. I want to start with you. Would you describe yourself as extremely online?
I would say I've been extremely online ever since online was an option. Extremely online in that I know the ins and outs of how the internet works, and I was in like chat rooms. I definitely have spent time in chat rooms, but like I had a MySpace by the time I was like 13 or 14. I had a Facebook by the time I was 16. I'm active. I check TikTok every day. I'm looking at Instagram every day. I've been stumbling down the YouTube Shorts rabbit hole, and it's honestly one of the most unsettling parts of modern short-form content.
Yeah.
It's really wild to see, like, when I first started watching Instagram Reels, it was very heavy with, like, MLM bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
And so I was like, okay, well, that's what Instagram's got their shit going. And then, like, you know, TikTok is just, that's like the place to go. So like half of what you're seeing other places is just what gets regurgitated from TikTok and filtered through their social media. And with YouTube, I feel like you just see that content that's so focused on radicalizing people.
Yeah.
And I am all about radicalization, but not when it comes to like, there's no manly men anymore. Women should stay at home. I don't want to vote. Like, that kind of shit blows my fucking mind. Like, people in my family who are younger than me have come to me to say that they're like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like gay people are just wanting it. Oh, great, they're back. They brought me my soda.
Oh.
Corey and Pat got me a soda. I got a Pepsi.
Hi, guys. Pepsi.
I got me Pepsi?
What?
Are you about to be shitting me?
Called out on the podcast. That happened live.
Sounds like both y'all need to leave now. Go play your fucking nerd game with your fucking nerd rock. Wait, you're not going back. You don't have to go back. Oh my god, Pat's going back. Oh, Pat. Oh my god, and then Corey's going to eat a big bite, and then he's going to have lava shit. Okay, good. Don't give Corey a big bite. I'm going to have to deal with the consequences. I love hot dogs, but big bites, they are another beast.
Yeah. I remember, I got a weird story about a big bite at a 7-Eleven hot dog, and, I was at my friend's house, I'm like, hey, like, what's up? And he's like, oh, you want to hang out? But then, like, he didn't have any food for dinner or anything. So he's like, let's just walk to 7-Eleven. And it was like super icy out, and I almost fell on my ass. We walked to 7-Eleven, and we just got big bites, and he's like, you got to put the chili and cheese on it. I'm like, I really don't want to do that. It's so unsettling when it like shoots it out. I'm like, no, I don't like that.
I don't want
Anyway.
to. Pat was chilling Corey's big bite the other day. You know, a sentence that everyone should have locked and loaded for any conversation. And he put the bun underneath and hit the button, and it was just water and beans that came out.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I like a chili dog, but I'd rather make them at home.
Yeah, just like a can of Hormel, something like that.
You know, though, I feel conflicted about the quality of the different cans of chilies lately. I don't really like Stag chili that much.
Okay.
And Hormel can kind of be hit and miss, and even Nally can be hit and miss. I just wish that late-stage capitalism didn't mean that everything was getting more expensive and worse at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And it's probably all just the same batch, just canned in different labels and stuff. When I figured out that...
But yeah, to reiterate, I have definitely been online for a lot of my life. Last year at my job when UPS was going to do the strike,
right.
I more or less got accused by one of the drivers being chronically online because of the takes I had about the strike. And I was just like, dang. All right. So, I mean, I've been spending my time online for years. I spent a lot of time on Reddit. Gamergate fucking ruined Reddit, though. I mean, Reddit was already bad, but Gamergate really brought some stuff to the forefront and made it so there really aren't really safe nooks to be noticeably not a straight white dude on Reddit.
Yeah.
I do like to go, when I have a job where I have access to a computer, I'll just go to the main page without logging in, and so then I just see, the most cesspool-y part of Reddit.
That was my thing for a long time, was scrolling on just the front page and, following weird stuff, just the kind of funny meme subreddits, nothing serious or anything.
Do you remember Double Dick Dude?
No.
So there was a guy on our IMA who claimed that he had two penises. He did at least 2 or 3 AMAs. Come to find out, he was lying.
What?
But it was just super, super ill, right? I mean, I bet you there is someone who has 2 functioning penises. Because, I mean, there's women who have, or there's people who have 2 functioning uteruses.
Yeah.
So it would not surprise me. But goddamn, that's a lot of penis.
Yeah.
You know?
I have so many questions.
I know. Well, but none of the questions were going to be answered with any sort of accuracy or reality. If you had looked at those AMAs.
Can't trust anybody online.
Wasn't Reddit the ones who were trying to find the Boston Marathon bomber?
Yeah,
and I think they said they got someone get fucked over real bad who wasn't involved. That's happening on TikTok a lot now. True crime TikTokers will claim something and then someone loses their fucking job with no information. Everything's wild. But yeah, so I feel like I've spent a lot of time on the internet in my life, and I feel like when I end up being more socially isolated, I spend more time on the internet, and what has the last 4 years been for a lot of us, but a lot of social isolation.
Yep, totally.
So I spend a lot of time on the internet, and I spend a lot of time on YouTube. But usually a lot of political leftist essays, but I'll go to the weird nooks and crannies. And the one I'd already been looking at aquariums a good amount. The first channel that really piqued my interest was Food the Flower Horn. I'll send you the link. It's just their channel link. Oh no, how do I make it full of that? Where do I zoom it back? What do I do? Return to app. Oh God. Why is Discord so confusing? Okay. There you go. And then, I think the first videos I saw might have been specifically him taking care of that fish in particular, the flower horn. But that fish ended up passing away after a certain point. And then they had a lot of other tanks that they would highlight, and one of the things that they prioritize with how they build their tanks is that they try to build it so that the ecosystem fully contains So, like, you don't have to have filters. You don't have to do, like, excessive water changes. All you really have to do is, like, cut back the plant overgrowth, you know, and do a little maintenance here and there.
Okay.
But his videos are super soothing because typically there's no voiceover. It's just, like, watching him, like, build the aquarium and how it's doing. So, like, if you wanted to put up, let's see, a good example, number 4 volcano filter beta aquarium, which there's a lot of controversy on the pronunciation of beta. Some people say beta, some people say beta. I don't really have a fish in the fight.
Wait, where is it?
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, here, I'll send you that link specifically.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, I'm burping a little bit. I just drank a bunch of Gatorade. Needed to hydrate.
I feel that this time of year.
Yeah. I've been feeling like on the verge of being sick. I was sick like 2 weeks ago, and then ever since I just keep on being like, oh my god, it's sick again? Is it again? Is it again? Is it again? So wait, the Twitch thing is where I can see this happening?
Yeah, you can see that, and you can share that. But I was just gonna share the video screen with you, hopefully.
Oh no, that's perfect.
We'll see if this works.
Whatever works for you, bro.
Can you see that?
Ooh. Yes. But yeah, like, it's just like super calm and adorable.
Oh, I love that.
Those are Amano shrimp. I believe that's the beta. I don't know what the other fish he has in that setup is. But like, so this is him like coming in to do his maintenance. Obviously, lots of overgrowth of the duckweed. Duckweed will grow rampant in your aquarium. The best part about all this is that I have not had an aquarium since probably like 2012, 2013.
Right.
But like, I've really enjoyed learning more about this. Yeah, look, he's going to very adorably and painstakingly relocate all that duckweed so they have those windows to see the fishies and feed them.
Oh.
Poor little baby. And like he built that. I know they're so cute. They're just so cute. The like lava thing he has in the back. So this one does, I think, have like some water flow coming out of that volcano. So he like had to cut a hole in that lava rock and like put a pump in there, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
His videos are super chill. They're nice and relaxed. They usually have like, you know, the stock like classical.
Yeah.
With Andre song that's in like everything. But, like, you just want like chill shit in the background. This guy is perfect, and like if you read the captions though, he'll explain things that are going on in the tank and like what he's trying to do. What the fuck is that? Ice cream bites.
Ooh.
Nestle Crunch Dibs. Have you ever had Nestle Crunch Dibs?
I've definitely had
I know you
dibs.
did buy something from Nestle. Never had Dibs.
I've definitely had dibs.
It looks like the container that gochujang comes in. So I was like, you got me Korean hot pepper paste?
Yum. I love gochujang, but...
Oh, there should be one? Oh, okay. So yeah, Pat hangs out with us a lot, so he was checking the fridge to make sure that one of his drinks was there. And I'm like, yeah, it should be there. But yeah, look at, they're just so cute. They're just so cute. And like his channel is just like really relaxed. He had a really rough move, and YouTube like blocked him out of his channel and shit.
Oh, wow.
So like he hasn't been doing videos for a pretty long time. Yeah, it's been over a year.
Wow.
Which makes me a little sad, but you know, I think one of the fucked up things about this is that we'll fall in love with these creators and be sad that they're gone, but maybe they're a lot happier because they're not dealing with YouTube anymore.
Totally. Yeah. So, I mean, you kind of know my journey kind of online. Also in 2020, obviously, being inside way more, I started getting into Twitch. And you started to get these kind of like parasocial relationships with these people that you see every day for like hours at a time.
Yep.
And It's very weird. It's very strange, but also like it's it's cool. It's something to watch, you know. And it's like because
Mm-hmm.
these people are on a platform that's like a little bit more attainable. It's uh, you know, you feel like you kind of know them a bit more or something. I don't know. They feel more down to earth even if they're not. They feel more like
Oh yeah. I listen to a good amount of a few podcasts. Like I don't have a super diverse podcast selection, but one of them specifically is like some more news. And for a while they did
totally.
this one called the worst year ever with Robert Evans as well. But like I've definitely had dreams where like I've met them or like I've run into them and like they know me and I know them and like that's not how any of this works. Like those people definitely have no fucking clue who I am just because I am a big fan of Cody Johnston's very sad outlook on the world.
Totally. Yeah.
And it can get kind of like that. Like, and then sometimes I'll have them, like, yeah, in my dreams. It's just so weird. I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, well, the knowing better guy was in my dream last night.
uh, yeah, I mean, I've gone to TwitchCon the last 2 years, and I've met creators that I watch online, and it's like, oh, I know them. I shook their hand, you know, they're real. Like, but even then, it's like, well, no, they met like 2,000 people that day. It wasn't just you. Uh,
Well, I mean, and they are real people, but like, it, it's weird to see something that is so much a part of your life and then see them in person and realize, like, oh, I am a part of their life, but in a completely different way
totally.
and in a way that, like, is never going to be reciprocal.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's like, no,
I keep on getting into fights with my partner about the parasocial relationships that Taylor Swift has with her fans.
that's a big one. It's
Well, yeah,
very.
because, like, my argument... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, yeah. I was just saying, it's very. It's. I mean, she's person of the year. She's. I mean, that's. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was fucking disgusting.
Did
Oh,
you
my God.
did you read the
I
article at all?
So I watched Philip DeFranco,
Okay.
and he read like a section from it where she was talking about how she got canceled after
Yes,
that thing
exactly.
with Kim Kardashian and the artist formerly known as Kanye. And it was wild because she's like, yeah, I had to move to a different country. I didn't leave the house. Da, 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 da. I was like, you probably were still passively making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You got the choice to stay at home and not have to worry about any of your like response or like any of that shit. And also, you're not canceled. You were person of the year. You can't.
You can't be canceled. And but so the interviewer, the excellent journalist, in the next paragraph after that, he's like, "Well, who am I to say? Like, I didn't say that any of that to her, because she just felt canceled, and who am I to invalidate her feelings?" It's like, way to
Oh my
go,
God, go fuck yourself.
way to really hone in on that. That's, I mean, so yeah, I was just watching something.
Sorry, I'm gonna go put my ice cream bites away because I can't.
Oh yeah, you're
I
just
don't
gonna
want
demolish
to
it.
melt. Yeah, I don't want to melt. Like, I think the thing that blows my mind about the people who think that she has been like wronged in any sort of way, and I'm like, regardless of if she's been wronged, her getting wronged is like other people getting their entire life rewarded. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
her tough luck in this situation is someone's best day ever.
Yeah, it's like I'm so sorry that you're still, you know, flying on a private jet everywhere you go,
Exactly.
making millions of dollars.
Do you know that they said, I saw somewhere that they said part of the reason she started dating that jag lead, whatever the fuck his name is, and like went to that one game, was to help bury a story about her carbon footprint.
Oh. Yeah,
And
Travis
I was like,
Travis
God
Kelsey.
fucking damn it. Yeah, I don't give a shit about any of that shit.
No, seriously.
And I hate that I have to know about it. It's kind of like when there was that fucked up shit that happened at the Women's Tennis Open, where like this older like white European player was just like totally fucking over this younger. And the black player called it out. The white lady just cried a bunch. And I was like, I don't care about tennis. I genuinely like actively want to avoid tennis, but now I have to care about tennis because some white lady did shit and some black lady held her accountable, and it was beautiful. Ugh. I hate it. Sports. You guys can have all the sports and keep them to yourself.
I have to pay my parking. Hold on.
You have to pay your parking.
Well, yeah, it's just because I'm downtown Vancouver. Like all.
Yeah, you're in the thriving metropolis of Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah, well, I'm in the historic arts district of downtown Portland or downtown Vancouver. But
kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's very cool. I do love that I'm here. But yeah.
No, it's a nice little spot.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I've been there. I fought the cause to get blooping to be a thing. I'm still fighting with Pat about it to this day. For the folks at home, blooping is in Vampire the Masquerade. My argument is that since vampires eat blood, they should also be able to poop blood and call it blooping. And Pat's been really rude about it, and I feel very disrespected.
Yeah, you would feel like there's got to be some kind of byproduct. At least.
By the way, this is the aquarium channel that I swear to God, if they never make another video, I will cry myself to sleep. Because I love them. There's only 3 of them, so it won't be hard for you to pick one to check out. But they're all... And he's British, too, so thanks for nothing. And they're all adorable. What I like about this video is it has narration and even has like sound effects. But he also is really
talking about I put together this mini aquarium, sparkling ecosystem,
and then also focusing on using sound things or at least like saving money on creating the tank, which I think is pretty neat.
It took me months to slowly stabilize it by building up a unique cast of tiny creatures one by one. And this video follows the whole process.
And it's pretty...
Sorry, what was that? Can you repeat that?
Oh, yeah, no, the one, so the shallow ecosystem on my desk, that one's pretty neat because he builds it at his computer desk and he goes over a lot of, like, all the process he used to make it, and it's adorable. And he knows how to edit and make his videos entertaining.
Yeah.
So I built a little ecosystem right next to me.
And it's super adorable.
Watch it the whole time.
You get it. My cat has been doing great. She would love for me to have an aquarium because then that would mean she'd have water to drink. Yeah. Aquarium water is the best tasting water.
Well, we've got the kitten in our household. And
oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
He's discovering all the things he can drink and eat and chew on and play with and bite.
Is he just a terror?
He is, but he's adorable, so I let him get away with everything. But, it's like, for every, like, bite or scratch of my hand, it's worth him, like, laying on my chest for 15 minutes in the morning. It's like, oh, that's cute.
Right. Oh my God, you have to hold on to those moments because they're so few and far between because they move so fucking much at that age.
I know.
My brother, me and my brother are the only people in my family who like cats. Like everybody else is either neutral or can't stand them. And they have I think they had like 3 cats at this point. And then my brother is working at the mausoleum in town, so he helps cremate bodies. And they found a stray kitten there that they adopted, and my mom just keeps going on and on about how poorly behaved this kitten is. I was like, she's full of ghosts, Mom.
Yeah, she's haunted by the souls of the dead. Come on.
And also, like, anytime I find out a cat is, like, I think I like that cat more than Harriet. So, any cats that can drive my mom crazy are friends of mine. She can't stand them. Oh. She can't stand them.
My sister that lives, she just graduated high school, but she did live with my mom until recently, and now she's in Norway on an exchange student program. Awesome, great for her. She's having a great time. But her cat is so needy.
It's miserable.
And now that she's gone, so she's just like trying to get anyone for attention. And my mom and grandma called me this morning before they were gonna go Christmas shopping, and my my mom said, "Oh, Fluffy's attacking grandma because she wants when grandma's not having it." I'm like, "Oh, good. Like, someone needs to pet the cat, please. Can't just be
pet
me."
the fucking cat. Just pet the cat, people.
So
it's funny because like, oh, go ahead.
Okay, well, I was just gonna continue down the podcast path, but is what I want to ask you is this week or a couple weeks, whatever. Again, we haven't done any episodes. Is there any stories or things you want to talk about, cover in particular?
That I found out because of the internet?
Yeah, like an online story or something you found. I mean, obviously there's tons of stuff every day.
There's obviously all sorts of shit going on. But I mean, most of my time spent on the internet following the news is mainly about atrocities being committed around the world and in our own country. So typically the news stories that I gravitate towards in the last couple of weeks have all been very sad. Pat and I just did an episode on News Dump about it's not out yet. Pat's still got to edit because he's the editor. I'm never going to listen to us ever again. But we did an episode about what's going on in the Congo because like millions of people are dying, like getting displaced, lots of death, tons of violence, and a big part of it's because of cobalt and copper, which is necessary for rechargeable batteries.
Of course. And Teslas.
Well, did you hear that all Teslas called?
2 million Teslas. That's insane. That's
an insane amount of cars. It makes me feel so much better.
And it's specific.
For any time.
It's specifically because the auto assist driving doesn't let users take the wheel and save themselves. You know.
Get this, the owners of the business I used to work for that I just quit, they are very focused on wealth and creature comforts and such. So multiple Teslas that I saw in like the year that I worked at that business. And the wife was parking. The brake assist went on because she was going to hit someone's car as she was trying to park. She hit the gas, which I know in a Tesla sounds silly to say, but she hit the gas and pushed it through that brake assist and did damage to that car. Acted like it wasn't a problem at all, and then went to drop like hundreds of dollars at like the Adidas outlet down in Woodburn. But I didn't get to have any sort of like PTO. I didn't get any sort of like guaranteed hours.
No, of course not. No.
No benefits whatsoever. But she could consistently fuck up her Tesla and have it fixed by her husband because he's Mr. Moneybags. One time she said in front of me that she wished they'd won the lottery, and it took everything in me to not lose my fucking shit on her. Because I was just like, you don't say that to your employee.
Yeah.
Especially when, like, your employee is barely living paycheck to paycheck.
Seriously.
But that's the best part about employers. They don't fucking care.
No. They're small business tyrants. Wait, okay, hold on. Oh, my God. I got shit. There's a series of videos, and I got to show them to you. You're going to hate them and love them, I think. And I'll tell you, this is the owner, or one of the owners, of the company I work for. So I gotta find this.
No.
I gotta find this.
Stay here forever. You're on the podcast now.
Aww.
You guys don't want to know what she looks at on the internet. It's very offensive.
Okay, would you like to address the allegations, Harriet?
She doesn't care.
Okay, let's find. Where's the first one? Here's the first one. I think.
She's like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you over all of the assets in my crypto wallet.
So, here it is. Okay. Here we go. You're gonna watch this.
Wait. So how do I see the screen share now?
Oh.
Do I have to pop you out?
Yeah. So if you go to show members.
Oh, okay. Now I'm on the watch stream.
Yep.
Is that what I needed to do? Okay. Wait, so this is one of your...
Yeah, this guy right here.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I already want to punch him in the face.
Keep your burrito wrapped up.
What's he saying?
Open it up and...
You can't hear? Okay. He's saying pro tip.
Oh, you gotta share with sound.
Oh, how do I do that?
Maybe stop sharing your screen and then start again, but make sure to select share with sound. I know that's how it works with Zoom.
Oh, yeah. Share your screen. Smoother video. Audio sharing may not work on your device. Oh.
So just give me a play-by-play. Play it again and just tell me what this fucker's saying.
All right, so he starts off, he says, pro tip, keep your burrito wrapped up. And around my workplace, pro tip has kind of become like a new kind of in joke. We have a cocktail called the pro tip pumpkin cocktail or whatever. So it's just, anyway, he just says pro tip.
Display it all for the world. Always use your lime, too.
So
If a chef gives you...
Always use your lime. If a chef gives you citrus, use it. Okay.
Don't tell me what to do.
piece of citrus, you should use it. Orange habanero, another pro tip. You know,
What's he saying now?
Orange habanero, another pro tip. Did you know that we make 8 sauces every day down at our prep kitchen? And he calls me out. He says, Charlie, he calls out some of my employees, or my coworkers. And anyway, it's just so, like, I don't know, cheesy. He's like, at the end, he says, standing out in the burrito, or standing in the rain, eating a burrito outside a pizza joint. Nothing more Pacific Northwest than this, and blah, blah, blah. It's just...
Yeah, the thing I would say is that this is the worst way to frame yourself for a short form video.
Yeah, well, you can see that's a pattern.
Like, he doesn't know that he doesn't know how he should be doing this.
so when you're feeling a little...
Like, who's the one giving him his social media tips? Because he's clearly doing it wrong.
Well, that's the thing, is we also have a member of the staff who's like the social media manager.
But he doesn't listen to them, I'm assuming?
Correct. Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, that's, just small business, classic stuff. Anyway, we don't talk about that.
And the funny thing about small businesses in the Pacific Northwest, and it's probably not just the Pacific Northwest, is there's so many people out here like, I want to play business owner. I want to do this. And they're like, oh, that's usually work. I don't like it.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'm going to pay someone else not enough to do this instead.
Yeah, that's great. Wait, I can subjugate the lower class? Oh my god.
And I can give them the impression that if they care enough, I will compensate them more, but never actually compensate them more.
Yeah, but because I'm different, because I'm actually a billionaire, just not yet. I'm a temporarily...
Whoa, you have 3 notifications on your YouTube?
Oh, yeah, I guess I do. What's going on?
Do you comment on people's posts or their videos?
I did comment something on they have a Monk movie on Peacock now. I did comment that.
No, oh my gosh.
I did comment something there, and people were commenting. But no, this is just people I follow.
That's funny.
So Myth, he's a streamer. Damien Luck. Do you know Damien Luck at all?
The name sounds vaguely familiar.
I can't share the video, obviously, but we can watch some.
Is it inappropriate?
Well, no, I just can't share the audio because of...
Oh, yeah. Are they music?
No, but it's because my computer's a Mac, and...
No, you're fine. I was just wondering...
No, I mean, so this guy, what he does...
This is just silly goose.
Yeah, he goes into public places and he hits the vape pen, essentially.
Oh, he's so terrible.
But no, he's really kind of like polite. He's like, hey, you want to hit this, and like offers it to them, and they're like, no, we're working. He's like, oh, cool, and he's just kind of like chill. And like one time, a security guard came up to him. And she's like, oh, hey, I watch your videos. You seem cool. Like, he's like, oh, you want to hit the pen? She's like, no, I'm good.
Oh, so he's not like that guy who got shot by a DoorDash driver for harassing them at a mall?
No, yeah, he definitely doesn't harass people. He knows
So
his
he's not a
limits.
shithead. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's still kind of a shithead. He's got one where it's like, so if he goes like blinkers in Target, I got too lit. This cop almost arrested me. My favorite is
wait. So is he weed vaping?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not even nicotine vape. Wow.
Where's the one? There's the one where he shit his pants at a Lowe's because he got too high.
Oh my god.
Like, it's just dumb. It's just stupid.
But like, I think the thing that's sad about this is like, yes, I'm really happy that he's able to garner this type of success. But like, for the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Like literally the most useless shit. And so it just makes me like, well, should I just find something I don't care about?
Well, it's like we're just in like a race to the bottom, like the downward spiral, like the dumbest shit you can do. The more dumb it is, the more attention it gets, and you can build
it. Is it cake content?
Yeah, is it cake for sure? So okay, what I want to talk to you about next is, this is a big story from the Twitch side, so we're gonna kind of delve into that.
So, how do you watch one person's Twitch stream? Like, what is the average amount of time to watch?
I mean, it depends on my day because there's different people live during the day. So, like Central Committee, who I watch it in the morning, Mike from PA. I'll watch like he goes live like 8 a.m. my time usually, or 7 a.m., 8 a.m. our time. So if I'm at work and I turn him on, I can watch him until I usually watch him. He stops at noon. I usually watch for maybe 3 hours while I'm at work because it's just something constant in my ears while I'm just doing menial stuff,
Yeah. But I guess I'm just asking because like I've never really engaged with streaming content. Like it's never been something that I have really watched, and like I tried to sit and watch streams sometimes, and it's just I feel like I'm missing something.
Well, it's definitely like the
it needs to be passive in the background kind of shit.
It's
usually.
Usually that's what it's for playing video games too, almost. But you like you were saying with the aquarium videos, second screen or something in the background. While you're, fiddling around, whatever, I don't know, painting, whatever you're doing.
Well, and I mean, like, so then I guess I would say, I know there's that controversy over some streamers or, like, who are just basically not even creating new content. They're just watching other people's content.
That has been a controversy lately. It's come up a lot.
There's that SS Sniper Wolf gal.
Yeah.
And then there's that other dude that got it, him and Ethan Klein got into it.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say it with my whole fucking chest right now.
Do it.
And I hope that if anyone gives a shit, they hear me say this. Fuck Ethan Klein and stop giving him a platform.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to say that. Because, like, I don't care how fun it is to see him dunk on that little bitch who was just creating shitty content. And I can say little bitch because I am a little bitch. But, like, I can understand you enjoy that. But find a better content creator than someone who constantly harasses people with mental health conditions.
Yes.
Loves to say really fucked up shit and has become a mouthpiece for the fucking IDF.
Seriously.
Like,
preach.
There have been so many times he has done something and apologized afterwards. He's like Jeffree Star without the fucking makeup. This is, I think I probably spent enough time on YouTube to know a lot of these main actors, and half the time I video of why they suck. But like people like that, and especially like Ethan Klein, it just frustrates me because it makes me think of this vape guy where it's like, okay, so this guy's getting money, he's getting attention, he's getting this stuff, all from just vaping in stores. Ethan Klein is taking people away from actually listening to reasonable conversation about stuff to just having his team unpreparedly read stories and say fucked up shit until they have to go off the air and make an apology again.
Yeah. No, it's, really.
Like, Ethan Klein makes my skin crawl.
Yeah. So I was never really into him. I was not Like,
I've never been into him. That's the thing. I just kept seeing him because he was interacting with updated people's shit, and I was like, you fucking suck.
Yeah, and that was the thing, is like, he had Hassan on. It was like, okay, I'm a Hassan watcher.
Oh, I watched some good amount of that most recent interaction he had with Hassan, and like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't super like Hassan either, but like, that was fucking unhinged and wild.
It's like, yeah, Hassan has his drawbacks and stuff, but like on this particular subject,
too hot. That's the big problem.
Yeah,
like, let's be clear, Hassan is too hot.
That's why. I hate him because I couldn't get into his meet and greet. Fuck you.
Wow.
Couldn't meet Hassan 2 years in a row. So.
No, I know we said people can't get canceled, but.
But
just
Hassan has, people, you can take or leave Hassan, but
I think he's great for middle of the road white dudes who need to pull their heads out of their asses, but to someone who's actually engaged in leftist spaces for as long as I can remember, it's really frustrating to have someone who's like still stuck in the capitalist liberal bullshit in the way that he is, because like, you can't amass that much wealth ethically, even if you are covering the news ethically. And he's like, well, I don't make these people know it. I'm like, yeah, but you could also tell them to stop.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we don't have to get into that, but what I want to say...
Yeah, we want to get into the way YouTubers victimize children and lonely people for money, and Twitch streamers as well. I want
to talk specifically about how Ethan Klein, in the first thing he was saying about Palestine and stuff like that, and he started interacting with Frogan, who's another leftist streamer. She's one of Hassan's mods. She's a public health advocate, and she's great. She's an awesome, really cool person. But he called her out specifically, attracted a bunch of his fucking fanboys to shit on her account online. And then she's Hassan's mod, so Hassan had that first really long episode talking about the one where he broke down and cried, talking about the Palestinian journalist who was killed, and then at her funeral, another attack happened, and fucking bull. Anyway, and so, Ethan finally at the end, he's like, okay, and I guess I apologize to Frogan. It's like, okay, but you didn't call off any of your dogs yesterday who were attacking her, dragging her through the mud. She's a Muslim woman, and all these fucking racist pieces of shit came out, Islamophobic pieces of shit started coming out. And Ethan's just like, okay, I guess I'm sorry. And then, he did it again.
And then probably in that same fucking stream called Hamas human animals.
Yeah, exactly. And
it sucks to be where I'm at. And I mean, nowhere near as much as it sucks to be Palestinian, obviously, or even anyone who really has skin in this game. But the reason I'm frustrated is that I grew up Catholic. I grew up having a great respect for Jewish culture, and I knew a lot about this stuff. I didn't know how fucking the Palestine thing was until this most recent attack. And on top of that, I didn't realize that most Zionists are not Jewish people. They're evangelical Christians who want to sacrifice Jewish and Islamic people to bring about the end of the fucking world.
Guess
this
what?
Christo-fascist bullshit is so exhausting.
Guess what? They're white colonialist settlers from America. Usually they're just converted, or sometimes they're converts, sometimes they're, they grew up Jewish, and totally. I totally respect the people of the Jewish faith, but that kind of sick, disgusting Zionism where we can excuse all this shit.
Which isn't Judaism, and that's the important thing to say.
That's really, really important. That's what's kind of scary is not so much scary. Again, totally my situation as a white guy, I can suffer through it. I'm going to be fine, I think. Ultimately I'll be okay. But it's kind of weird because I don't know what to say. I don't know who I can trust to say the things I want to say, right? Because I'm am I going to be called anti-Semitic if I start talking about this right now?
Right.
And
I was actually really surprised when the conflict started and they brought up with the coworker. And she's like, oh, it's just too complicated. And I'm like,
it's not. It's just not.
I can understand feeling that way if you haven't learned about it.
Totally.
But it's also I hate that, and I talk about this a lot with Pat. where it's like my biggest thing I don't understand is people's lack of curiosity, and I think it's because like I was raised by fucking boomers who like the things that were on the TV were murder mysteries, history documentaries, and Law and Order, and then like Jeopardy and shit. So like I learned to have an open ability to accept all information regardless of how uncomfortable it made me.
Right.
And to like continue to encourage myself to engage with that. And so I just get really blown away by people who are like, oh, it makes me feel bad, so I don't want to know.
Yeah,
oh my
it's
God.
like, no, it's too big for me to hold in my head all at once. And, you know, no, I can't think about another person and their experience for a second, or I will, you know, explode.
Right, my head will explode.
I will cease to be.
Sorry, I'm making Harriet's food because she's getting antsy.
And it's like, okay, so I've been kind of going through this too, where I'm like, the more I kind of get radicalized to the left, and the more I then interact with my family, I'm like, oh, like I thought we were like the good liberal family, but I mean we are, I guess, but we're that's not
I'm not trying to enjoy this.
and my aunt who is lovely, and I grew up with her. You know, she's a nice woman, but she just watches MSNBC more like MSDNC, just day in day out from the. She's retired, so she just watches it all day.
Yeah, she doesn't have anything else to do. Oh yeah, no, my mom was already qualifying for Social Security by the time I was junior in high school. So I've had retired parents for quite some time. And so I watched a fuck ton of MSNBC with them growing up. And, like, I think the thing that's gotten the most disgusting about engaging with that news source in particular, and probably you see it with CNN and Fox News as well, is this gamification of human rights.
Oh, yeah.
And I get so exhausted by it because they're like, oh, like, it happened, I think, it was probably in the 2016 election where they were talking specifically about the fact that a lot of folks who live on reservations don't have an official like address. They have like a P.O. box or something, and that means that they can't have a voter ID card. And I remember the newscaster being like, "Yeah, that's not big of a deal. We'll still get those numbers in that area." And I'm like,
"Sorry, what?"
Yep. And I just like, it's just so exhausting. I'm like, I don't. What am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to really engage with that when the people who are supposed to be imparting this information upon us let slide that their bias is that, yeah, well, as long as the Dems are winning, it doesn't matter that thousands of already extremely marginalized people can't even vote because of things built into that marginalization already. Yes, I know, Harriet. You're so hungry.
That's exactly I'm like, look, if the Democrats want me to vote for them, if Joe Biden wants me to vote for him, he's going to have to do something that convinces me that
stop gleefully giving genociders weapons.
Well, that number one, yeah, but anything to demonstrate that he's willing to do something right, do a single thing,
you not being Trump isn't enough anymore.
And so
I think that's something that's really tough if you're engaging with people who are only watching Fox News and MSNBC and shit, is that they are so focused on Trump and how awful he is, instead of in realizing that, oh shit, they want us to talk about Trump. They want us to think about Trump, because then we don't actually look at the people who are actually pulling the strings and actually causing the problem. Donald Trump was a gift to everybody in power, whether they want to acknowledge it or not.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
I'm mad all the time.
I had that same conversation with where someone, one of my family members literally said to me, well, Trump's just a threat to democracy, so I think that's the only consideration. I'm like, really?
How is Biden not a threat?
Exactly. How is Biden not a threat?
How is Biden not a threat? How is the fact that every president ever probably should be tried for war crimes?
They were all war criminals, yes.
Every single one of them. Your super handsome, charming President Obama, more sniper strikes during his administration, the Bush administration.
More drone strikes.
More drone strikes, more detainments, everything.
And not just drone strikes, but drone strikes against extrajudicial against U.S. citizens. Like, yeah, way to go. Good shit. Let me just say, I'm giving FDR a pass because he's in a wheelchair. He's, you know.
Oh no, you can also be a mass murderer in a wheelchair.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he died in like, okay, he's dead.
Listen, we're gonna talk to our resident crippled Pat.
Okay.
And we'll see if he gets the pass. No, there was another YouTube thing I was going to bring up. The whole shit with not only Illuminati, but James Somerton getting fucking eviscerated by H. Bomber guy over plagiarism.
That was a huge video. That was incredible. I mean...
It was really fascinating.
That was...
It's funny, when he went to the kind of like, you guys know who I'm going to talk about next? I was like, no, actually, I don't know who you're going to talk about next. I have no idea.
Like, I couldn't believe internet historian. What, like... He's a fan.
So that's a blind spot for me. I've never watched his stuff, and I think I've even like seen the clip, like the stills, and like scrolled by them. I'm like, I'm good.
I've seen a few of them. They're kind of like on the cusp of like I would say like Reddit humor, maybe. They're mostly fun. It is just like history. But he just totally based a whole video that got a lot of views. He based it completely on one article, and just basically took the transcript of that article, changed a few little sentences here and there, but it just told this story directly, which was weird. And it was kind of a departure from his other videos, but I'm like, okay, I guess if he had to find something to make a video about, but so that was crazy.
Pat and I wrestle with this all the time, where it's like we aren't even breaking rules. And we're trying our hardest, and we think we're fucking up all the time. If there's people out here blatantly disrespecting the media that they're engaging with hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of followers, and it's just really fascinating. It is just really fascinating. I definitely have enjoyed YouTube for a long time, and after I got a premium membership because of one of my coworkers like putting me on her plan, like that made it so like I could engage with a lot longer content, because like fucking ad breaks make my skin crawl now.
It's very true.
So I'm pretty grateful to have the premium plan.
And
I was watching a video a Serpent Design one. That's one of the guys I want to show you next. But he built in his own joke ad, and I was like, I can have an ad. Like made it look exactly like it. And I was like, you sneaky motherfucker.
Nakey Jakey, who does video essays, he does really good.
Oh, he's so charming.
Yeah, and he does some great video ad reads.
Jakey. Actually, some more news is ad reads are great.
I like some more news is.
Whenever Cody Johnston is talking about those athletic greens. It's the funniest shit ever.
I have to walk this. I feel like I'm on Twitch, and so I have to walk this weird line of like, do I run the ad manually? Do I just let Twitch set auto ads? But if you want to stream on Twitch, they're gonna put ads no matter what. So it's like, should I at least get my money up? You know, get my 5 cents per ad roll or whatever. You know. It's like 2 cents, I think.
Yeah, make sure you don't talk about anything that demonetizes you, though.
Okay, well, so that's what I want to talk about. That was the big story I wanted to bring up. Is the TOS changes this past week? So
for Twitch.
Yeah, for Twitch. So previously, dances such as twerking and pole dancing were not allowed. I like how you talk about demonetizing on Twitch and then you smoke weed on Twitch. But okay, whatever. It's all good.
Tobacco.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect. But so they changed that. So now to allow, obviously, within reason, no nudity allowed, but twerking and pole dancing. Well, okay, but that's the part I want to get to, where they made a change in the art category, so if artistic nudity was going to be allowed. And so that day, it went
So many boobies.
so many boobies, a lot of naked, like furry stuff. So like a furry, furry wolf with a massive dong.
Hell yeah.
But as long as it was artistic, not sexual, so you could be full frontal, it could be, but it couldn't be like legs open kind of thing, or in a sexual manner. So like I saw some VTubers, which is virtual people. They have a.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know of the VTubers. I've been hearing about these kids.
So I saw one. So there's another Twitch meta that kind of came before this, that was women with their nipples just out of the screen, and they were like clapping and stuff.
Oh, so like bump up and you'd see them.
Well, you couldn't. They're not allowed to show the nipple, but they're showing pretty much everything but, right. And then they were saying, "Oh, it's artistic." So that kind of like preceded this terms of service change, and then so that one day, it just went off the rails a little bit with the artistic
nudity. Did they just like immediately pull back?
Yeah. So the next day, which was Saturday, they released a new TOS change saying that's all been taken away now. No more artistic nudity allowed. Which artistic nudity has been allowed on YouTube for a long time. If you you could search like how to draw breasts and things like that, and it will, or breastfeeding, obviously, because they're beautiful and natural. It's real. It's what people look like. Free the nipple,
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But
I remember, we were learning about this in, I want to say it was probably high school where I initially learned it, but I feel like we even talked about it in middle school, but I doubt it because I went to Catholic school, so probably not. But it was the idea that, when the discussion of, what's porn and what's art came to the Supreme Court, whoever it was, I don't fucking care, because all those men are probably mothers, and the women.
Yep.
But he said something like, I don't know, I wouldn't know how to describe the line between those two, but I know it when I see it.
Yeah.
And I really, it's such a succinct way to bullshit. And I obviously have my own hang-ups around, open sexuality, because, I like to keep those things a little more private about myself, and, I don't necessarily want to see people fucking out in the middle of public all the time, right?
Totally.
Right? But I also don't think I should be the arbiter of what is appropriate. And so it's just so unfortunate that all these censorship things, all they do is just make it so that women particularly, because it's usually women's bodies that are the reason these streams get taken down.
Yeah.
And specifically black and brown bodies, women's bodies, will be the ones who will be the police the most and punish the most for breaking these rules. And it's a way to not only keep these women from making these people from making their own income, it also keeps the way that money can be made for people seeking that stuff out is still in the hands of places like Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot of what I was seeing was people commenting "Oh, this is, you're exploiting the women," but it's but this is specifically art. These are all drawings, so that doesn't really make sense here. They're being drawn by people of both of different genders.
And I mean, anytime you see legislation coming down to protect women or protect children, it typically is stuff to just penalize sex workers and make it harder for them to advocate for and protect themselves. And so, if you want to talk about the real exploitation, talk about the punishments for people deciding to sell images, likenesses, performances of their own bodies. And, the fact that it's morally repugnant to sell sexual acts, but laudable to destroy your body in a physical labor job.
Yeah. Or to destroy other people's bodies in front of other people for entertainment,
Yeah.
Sports.
Oh my God. I hope we live in a world where 100 years from now, people are shocked that football even existed.
Yeah, totally.
Because, like, just think about these men just completely cheese grating their brains on the front of their skulls.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the inside of your skull and your forehead is super pokey. So every time your brain slams up against that, that's more damage to your prefrontal cortex.
I had no idea. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, and injuries to your prefrontal cortex can straight up, like, change your personality. I remember in one of my psychology classes, they talked about people who had, like, severe trauma to the front of their skull. It was typically men that they had in these studies, but it was like they got a lot more violent and their personalities completely changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard
and
that.
I'm just like, that's so terrifying. And so, like, when you think about all of these, like, retired boxers, wrestlers, football players, all these men's brains have just been fucking scrambled.
Yeah.
It's so infuriating.
Makes
I
you
was
double
talking
think the
with one
joke's
of my
funny,
friends the other day, right? I was talking to my friend the other day about how I do feel like there has been a collective, like, cognitive delay because of COVID. Like, I honestly think most of us are not even at 90%, let alone 85% of what we were pre-pandemic.
I've really been feeling that lately, too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and when you think about older folks as well, that's when your bones start breaking down, and that's where all the lead was stored from the lead poisoning they got growing up. So, like, just think about how many boomers are out there just, like, Swiss cheese holes in their brains from COVID, and then just rage from...
Seriously.
And that's what I know when people tell me, oh, it's just customer service. It can't be that bad. You should just get over it.
You have no fucking clue. You have no idea. Okay,
Yeah.
Rochelle, can I institute a pause? A couple things. I'm going to use the restroom here, and I'll be right back. But
Nope.
No? Okay.
You're canceled. Yeah, put on a Serpa video.
A what?
I sent you the Serpa. Here, let me find the Serpa video to have you put on. So you can come back to him building an aquarium.
Perfect. Okay. Why does this have to be
Here. I don't know. Why did you do this to yourself?
Serpa design. Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to find one with... Oh, perfect. Okay, hold on. It's a gecko one.
Ooh, gecko.
Yeah, so he makes aquariums, and he also makes, like, the word vivarium.
Oh, yeah, vivarium. Yeah, I've seen some of these guys. They're so cool. Okay, here it is. Visit site. And then I have to go to this. Oh,
and then you have to wish on your golden amulet.
Right.
Okay, go potty.
Sorry, you won't be able to hear it.
Pittsburgh, that environment has been replicated to house 3 geckos whose lineage traces back to those islands. Henry and Delilah the crested geckos, and Cynthia the gargoyle gecko. I think these geckos make great companions and are up there as some of the best pet reptiles you could have. What a rewarding journey it's been to steward them all these years. A journey that began nearly 9 years ago to this day with a tiny gecko in need of a new home. I've kept exotic animals for my entire life, but geckos were never on my radar. That wasn't until July of 2014. A family got a baby crested gecko, but they soon realized he wasn't the pet for them. They wanted to get rid of him. Luckily our paths crossed, and that gecko's little toe pads crawled all over my heart. That of course was none other than Henry. Since the beginning, the little man has always required special care and attention. What I had to focus on most was food. Truly, he's never really been interested in live prey, and generally wouldn't eat enough of his gecko diet. That was unless I fed him myself. 9 years later, and I still primarily feed him by hand. Subsequently, we've spent more time together than most of my other animals, giving us a unique bond. Most nights he wants to spend time with me. The second I'm in the animal room doing the nightly care routine, I hear him slap onto the glass, where he clings until I arrive. He just wants a good plant to roost in, nourishment, and quality time with Dad. Well, I guess that's if he's not being a little crazy man during mating season. We don't need to talk about that, though. I've also found it very rewarding to upgrade his housing arrangements over the years. That said, I'm not proud of how I kept him initially in a bare-bones 10-gallon tank. What was I thinking? I did keep him with plants at first, but for whatever reason stopped as he grew larger. In late 2016, when I began consistently making content, I set out to make amends with a better and more appropriate setup. This time I'd convert a 20-gallon long aquarium into a vertical vivarium. I attached polycarbonate to the frame and got to work applying foam. I covered the bottom of the tank with it, followed by grapewood and planter.
So yeah, you do
Once
that,
cured,
and
I
then
carved
you're
it
gonna
and
stick the
resorted to
things
the
into
old
the wall
silicone
that need
cocoa
to stay
fiber
there.
technique. Knowing
And
what
now
I
you're
do now, I
coating
can
it
say it's a
with that.
terrible
So yeah,
solution
you
for
use
geckos,
fiber
but more on that
to make
later.
it like.
As usual, I added a false bottom, which I created from egg crate. I concealed it from the outside
Sorry,
with
here, it
gravel
looks
and
like she
covered it
might
with
be
a window
puking,
screen
but I don't
barrier.
think she's
I
gonna
spread a
puke.
layer of my tropical
Yeah, and he uses
substrate on
that.
this,
He
then
uses that
charcoal seeded
foam,
with
that
spring
those
pills to
like
make it
crate things
bioactive and
to
more
help
substrate.
support. Sometimes it's
I
like
added
60
various
substrate,
plants,
but
but
also
most
he uses
notably
it
a
to support like heavy
California
rocks so it doesn't
mosaic.
crack the
I
glass.
absolutely love
Oh,
that plant,
okay.
and it's a great
Yeah,
option
that makes
for the
sense.
smaller New Caledonia geckos.
But yeah,
The setup
so
also supported leaf
he's super kind. He really focuses on the safety and the health of the plants and the animals in the enclosures that he has.
Yeah.
He has like a whole room filled with them. I know. Oh my god, so cute. He got invited to like I think the butterfly pavilion in Denver because they wanted him to build an enclosure for like some spiders or something.
Okay.
That's one of his more recent. And like you know when you can just kind of fall in love with how someone is genuinely into what they're talking about. He's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those people where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's a total dweebosaurus rex. He says a lot of the same things over again, but he's really cute, and I really enjoy his content. And like, obviously some of these builds would be completely out of anyone's ability without like doing this professionally, but I think he does a good job of like showing you ways to make the process less expensive and a lot less daunting.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. For photography and for like computers and stuff, and just general maker people. There's a few of those people who I go to where I'm like, they're gonna show me how to do it for less than $1,000. Like, there's no way I could tackle something like that. But this smaller thing, that's perfect. Great.
I was trying to build a light box for like 6 months, and I just fucking gave up. It's fine. I cried a lot about it, but
like a light box, like
I wanted to take photos of my paintings, and I was doing a terrible job at it.
Oh, that kind. Okay, yeah.
It's hard to get the lighting right, and for some reason my iPhone, because like I wasn't using my DSLR, because my DSLR is very old.
Yeah.
I think I got it in 2008.
It's pretty old.
And so,
Yeah, that's pretty old. 15 years
yeah,
old. Yeah,
I don't use it very often, and I think I've literally only taken off the lens like maybe twice. Like I only have one lens for it. So like that's the one thing that probably means it's in pretty good shape is like nothing's really gotten into where the actual
the sensor. Yeah.
photo part is. Right? I don't know enough about cameras. I think the problem I have is like I get into something I'm interested about, and I will engage with it until I feel like the learning curve gets too hard, or it's just like, well, I can't really afford to keep making mistakes.
Okay, yeah.
And I feel like photography was definitely one of those where it's just like I'm not a careful enough person with technology to be good at doing something like digital photography.
Oh, I'm so bad. Like I just have like there's just lenses all over my desk. I'm just like, where do I put these? Like, oh yeah, I just bought another vintage lens off eBay. Like it looks like shit. Like take off my $300.
Gosh, that was always funny.
Put on my $20.
At the UPS store, I would help people ship back like lenses or stuff that they bought like through eBay and stuff, and I was always just like, eBay seems like such a fucking crapshoot. Honestly, all of the places seem like crapshoots. Working at a UPS store is like a reverse garage sale. You find out all the things you don't want. It's super fucking weird.
Wow, this is a really beautiful vivarium, by the way. This is crazy.
Oh yeah, and this is from, when did he put this video
4 months
out?
ago.
Yeah, so he just moved like a year ago, so he's been rebuilding his like animal room. So that's a big part of the reason that he was doing this video, was like updating the enclosures for all 3 of them in the new space. He does these really neat ones where it's got waterfalls and shit too.
Oh wow.
You know those like IKEA shelves that are like glass on the outside that people put like collectibles in?
Yeah.
He made one of those into an aquarium/vivarium. So it's got like a bunch of plant life at the top, and then it's got an aquarium at the bottom with fish.
That's pretty cool.
So like he did an in-desk terrarium, so he has like a glass top to it, but it's like underneath is a bunch of plants and some bugs and stuff. He made little croc grommets that are little like moss terrariums on the inside.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So like he does some funny, silly stuff too. And then I was gonna send you a link. Like this guy's probably good, but this kind of feels more like the guy that like. I feel like there's some YouTubers who it's like, regardless, I was gonna enjoy them, but then there's these other ones where it just kind of feels like they saw all the math of how to do YouTube, and so their videos feel like a YouTube video, but they don't feel like a YouTube video I want to watch.
Yeah.
Like his cadence is a little bit too energetic.
Oh yeah, I'm immediately seeing like the red arrow display.
Yeah, like big fonts, everything's very clickbaity looking. And it's like I imagine he's not a bad guy, but like I just don't enjoy his stuff as much. And so there's like some of these, like a lot, when you get into like niche hobby content, you almost have to find the right hobbyist to watch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I have my guys for photography that like I like, and then there's some where like I'm not watching their videos because I don't like that guy. Like
yeah.
Like I need someone so like for photography specifically, this guy Rainy Days. Can you still see the screen, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. This guy Grainy Days, you can't hear him obviously, but his stuff is very like moody and retro kind of style, but his delivery and his videos are very sarcastic and
Today's
like
episode is sponsored
low
by
energy.
Squarespace.
He's like a pretty just mild guy, but
Is he kind of got like a binging with Babish kind of vibe?
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, he's. Just,
I don't like binging with Babish.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, not like that then. Better than that.
No, but you know what so like the reason I don't like binging with Babish is like I don't want to work in advertising anymore. Cool. I'm just gonna make my own advertisements now. Like that's what he did. No, I imagine like, but like I like his cadence and I like his delivery. Honestly, like before I found out like. I get annoyed with these people. It's like you already have so much money, and then you got to use this money to go do the things that people would kill to be able to do, but will never have enough money to do.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
It's like, oh, let me live all of your dreams. You know, I'll do it all for you.
Yeah, like there is like some of this like niche shit. It's harder for me to watch because I'm just like all I can think about when I watch this video is how poor I am.
Definitely. Sorry, I'm just turning this down.
I guess I just see the limitations. Also, his photos look nice, but they also look nice. Be able to make a weird joke in the gallery that they're at. Everyone would be like, "You should leave now." Like, I feel like no one would match my energy at that exhibit.
Okay, I think if you listen, maybe if you watch them, maybe you like them, but.
No. Oh no, I think he's probably great. They just look very serious.
Yeah, he does take this stuff seriously. The stuff he does for YouTube. So he's like he's like is influenced by Edward Hopper and stuff like that. So he's like.
In this video.
Oh, do you ever watch Kat Graham? Kat.
Kat.
And then. Yeah, Kat space Graham, GRA. Yeah.
I've
I
never
think
watched
that's what
Cat
I'm pretty
Grant.
sure that's what I'm thinking of. No, that's not what I'm thinking of. Damn it. Hold on.
Is it this Cat Grant?
No, hold on. Hold on. It's an art YouTuber that I follow.
Oh.
What's her thing? Hold on, because she had a really interesting video talking about street photography and the morality behind it. Oh, it's Cat. Fuck, I just had it. Grapham. Hold on. Here. Yes, I'm gonna send you the link so you have it. Because I think if anything, you'd probably enjoy it. Because she also talks about the history of street photography in general. But her content I really like.
Stop.
She did one about the Pantone thing that happened earlier this year.
Oh yeah.
She did one where she made a painting in like the Nintendo painting thing like for the Game Boy.
Oh, cool.
And then she did another thing.
I'm an artist, teacher, and pretty much
She has a video about AI art. She had the one she did about NFT
we're not something I
as
would
well.
really buy for myself.
That's something. I guess was that Saturday? There was like a massive NFT heist where someone was taking all the apes out of a bunch of people's crypto wallets or whatever.
Oh no!
Right? Isn't that
Not the fake monkey.
right?
Oh no! We should be so worried.
Wait, when was this? 13 hours ago. Millions in NFTs stolen, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. So if we're gonna talk about a creator very specific to like our hobbies, this is my guy. Wait a second. Like Mormon nerd out of Utah who does he does pour painting.
Oh, cool.
But he's just like a total fucking dweeb. But really helpful because he did a lot to kind of help me see like at least some of the science behind what I'm doing, and then like give me some ideas. So he was really great to start out with, and he's just really charming and a nice little man. I mean, he's probably taller than me. Most men are.
This needs to be the last video you watch before you start acrylic pouring. Hello, my name's David.
That's cool.
I am
Oh, yeah, you see it was cool. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys who are like, I gotta find that one. There's a guy I saw just the other day. They're like tech guys or somewhat tech guys, and they have a podcast, and they, and like the prime.
Well, you've heard about all these fake podcasts, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. On the short forms where they just make a
Where it's
clip.
just people filming themselves with a microphone in front of them,
Yeah.
and they're not even having a conversation with anyone, but they're making it look like it.
Yeah.
That shit's unreal.
There's these two kids who they're like 19 or something, and they opened up like a couple, like they each have a drop shipping LLC, and so they made a podcast, quote unquote, like video. It's like 4 minutes long about talking about like how they made their first million or whatever, and it's just like them interviewing each other on their podcast, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a business podcast that we're on. It's like, you just made up this whole podcast.
Oh my god.
I can't. I don't even know what that would be. I forgot. I was gonna say something. Anyway.
No, YouTube is great though. I also have specific genres of cooking videos I do and don't like.
Interesting. What constitutes good in your book?
So all genres of them can be good, depending on what I'm looking for. Like I'm gonna want like one of the fancy dancies, like America's Test Kitchen, shit like that, if I want to look at like a cooking tool and see what kind I want.
I do love the America's Test Kitchen, the Gearheads, and they just released a book, I believe, that's got their best.
Oh yeah, no, I keep seeing the stuff about it. I'm not gonna buy it.
And I saw they did their best and worst of 2023 in some of their categories.
Yeah, some of those are interesting. But like, so I like those, but I don't really like seeing some of those really like official technique videos because some of them really frustrate me. Because like, if it works for you, you don't need to know what's the correct way to do something. When there's like this really intense adherence to like French culinary practices and stuff like that. I like Adam Ragusa to a point, but I actually really don't like him either because I watched an aquarium building video where he just flippantly said, he's like, I didn't think these fish were going to survive in this pond, but I put them out there to see, and yeah, they didn't survive, and I thought that was super fucked up. Yeah.
No.
I might be boiling it down. It probably has a little more nuance, but like I got mad enough that I couldn't watch the video anymore. I really like the one, so like, for a long time I was watching these ones. It's like a Chinese lady, and it's like all in Chinese. I think it has like English subtitles, but like no speaking. It's all just text, and it's really quiet and very relaxed, like traditional Chinese music. Those are really nice. I've also been stumbling into a lot of like European ones, so like clearly like somewhere probably in like Scandinavia or Germany or something, and they're just like doing all their recipes. One thing I hate though is there's one I've been catching lately where like they use a really fucking nice like marbled carbon steel blade, you know, like those really pretty ones. After they've done chopping, they slide the stuff across with the knife with the sharp side down. And I'm like, so you spent all this money on this really fucking nice-ass knife, and you're just going to drag the sharp end across your fucking cutting board every time you move the food.
I have to admit, I definitely do that at work with my fancy knives, but...
I mean, but, wait, and you're sharpening those yourself?
No, I pay a guy.
Oh my god, you bastards. You bastards.
I paid, there's this guy here in Vancouver, he calls himself the patron saint of knives, and he charges like $8 a blade. And he does it with belts instead of stones. He's good. Nice guy.
And then, this is one that I hate that Corey exposed me to. It's not real cooking, it's unsettling cooking and should be canceled.
Well, did you see the guy who made shrimp and garlic mashed potatoes on the plane?
Oh, those poor people on the plane.
Yeah, he did it in the bathroom. and then he
that's
put it.
So disgusting. So yeah.
Put it in the barf bag and then ate it out of the barf bag. Anyway.
Nope. So this guy just makes sausage out of anything.
Oh, okay. I have heard about this guy. Yes, that's awesome.
The worst part is his voice. Click one.
I'll click one. Here we go. Yeast.
Because I don't think, and it better not be his real voice.
I guess time for a little science experiment. One more for lunch.
These ones are short.
It kind of smells like buttered popcorn.
I have like
so we'll
one
be
of
back in
these
20
in
minutes to see how
every
that goes.
like
Yikes, that is
I can
one
watch
gross-looking thing we made. Use some of this pork that's been in the deep freeze for a while.
Yep.
All right, that should be good enough.
None of this is okay.
No.
None of this is okay. This is actually should be outlawed.
Hamsters being run over by a truck. All right, we'll round this out with a little bit of salt and, of course, pepper.
Was that
Just
salt?
like after I eat
Salt
at
and
Gully
pepper,
Corral. It's still so warm. Of all the ways to do this, this
Is
is
that
probably
just,
the
pork?
least efficient. And
Yeah,
I bless myself. How much do
Oh, come on, man.
sausage?
Now he's singing this. It's my life by No Doubt, but it's my sausage.
Oh my god. Do you know that's actually originally like a
Three,
Smith song or a Morrissey song?
one, sausage.
I didn't know that till way later on, and it kind of blew my mind. Oh god. That's so gross.
Give that yeast some time to do whatever it is it's gonna do.
Are these gonna-
Special thanks to today's Smart Box
Are
of
you gonna steam them or are you
service.
gonna fry them?
This guy! Why, what?
Okay.
What does it mean?
Yeah,
What
this
does
is.
that mean? This Will It
He
Blow is
tries
brought to
it.
you by
He's gonna
Bright
try it.
Sellers. The holidays, the time of year to be around the
Oh, was that the ad?
Yeah.
Oh my God! What he
more
has?
holes
He has
were
a 5-minute
necessary.
video with
Things
a
just
minute and a
filling
half
up
long
like
ad. What a
balloons. Here
douchebag!
we go.
Oh, did some of them like burst open already?
I think so. They were
that's
expanding.
not something you want to see. They just keep
Oh, 'cause of
self-inflating
yeast.
no matter how many holes I poke. They reek like beer.
reek like beer, apparently.
Burst! They
At
shrink.
least he didn't
Looks
use
like
metal
a crime
tongs on that
scene. At this
non-stick
point, you
surface.
gotta assume they're at least halfway done, so we're gonna take them off. So really surprising results. I thought they were all gonna burst after they all basically pre-burst, like this little guy over here. I mean, they reek of beer. They're basically done. All right, it doesn't look like much, but how does it taste? Here we go. Oh, it's not done. That's
I'll tell you how
a
it
It's
tastes.
not done. Oh, he's cooking. He's gotta cook it more. It's not done.
Sure, the skin's a little,
Oh,
you know,
no.
gummy. It's not a crispy sausage, but the taste is there. Certainly worth making again. I think, you know what? This might actually work better on the grill. So very
I bet
porky,
he'd be
very
better served by
beery, very
steaming them and
tasty.
then
So I'm
grilling
gonna
them at the
have to
end.
give this sausage here a 4 out of 5.
There you go. 4 out of 5. He said it was very.
He's done it with like just insane shit.
Yeah, I know I saw or someone was telling me, but he's done one with like gummy bears, and Swedish fish, something like that. Sea
Oh,
urchin
and then he'll
roe.
cook steak. He cooked a steak in Mountain Dew at one point.
That's
And then it was like he made spaghetti noodles with liquid smoke as the water.
okay. That's a lot.
Deep fried celery. Oh yeah, steak boiled in chocolate. Ugh.
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 You know, I
So yeah, that guy I get kind of mad about. Cause like
Yeah.
I feel like it's food waste.
that's fair.
And his voice is very annoying.
That definitely seems like that's kind of the joke, but.
But like it's hard to when you enjoy it if like it's like I know I'm annoying you.
There's this similar thing, drum thing. This guy, he's Australian, but he does kind of the same thing, but it's all about drums.
Wait. He has multiple channels. So Corey and I watch his technology channel.
Yeah. Where he
It's
does
called
dank
what's
pods.
it called? Yeah, we watch pods. We're a Dank Pods household.
Well, and so I've discovered him through Drum Thing, and then I found out he did dank pods. And he seems kind of cool. He in the Drum Thing he was talking about he got really lucky with cryptocurrency like early on in the pandemic, made a bunch of money off like Wall Street bets on Reddit and stuff, and it made enough money so he could buy this whole studio. So he has a drum studio, and he has a studio where he does the dank pods. They're in the same complex.
Stuff. Yeah, and he's got his car studio as well, I imagine.
Yeah, he bought this whole big warehouse, and he filled it with like vintage drums. He's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like a drum museum, and then he like put it together. It was like, well, actually, I can't allow people to come in here, so it's not actually a museum. I'm like, so you're just hoarding classic vintage drums. I mean, you can say you're keeping them for posterity and you're showing them off online, but it's not really a museum then, is it? Like, if no one's not allowed to visit.
Yeah, you sick bastard. Jesus fucking Christ, what a colonial piece of shit.
Exactly.
He probably punched a brown person for that set right there.
I believe it.
Elaborate as I picked through the rubble. This
I
is
would
the
say,
box
like,
that was sent in.
he
and
does,
this is how I
out
got
of
it.
these,
Yeah.
it's hard to not
27.
feel
This is
like
their first
so many
ever
people like won
series.
the lottery in the sense that it's like I know there's a lot of work that goes into it, but you could work your fucking ass off and never get where these people are.
Totally.
But like typically don't display themselves as extremely shitty. I tend to not get too upset about it. Like I'll still be jealous. Like, we watch a lot of Dimension 20, and in one of the seasons they based it off of Bradley Mulligan's mom's comic book series that she wrote back in the day. and they have like an interview between him and his mom, and it's just like it's hard for me to not get jealous every time. So like, if I had parents who like had been like creative like me and like knew how to support me, my life would be completely fucking different.
Oh yeah.
And if I had crypto really pay off, my life would be really different. But yeah, I do like Dave Pods. He seems pretty fun and down to earth,
Yeah,
and he always makes pretty good jokes.
Yeah, I really
And
did
all
enjoy
of his
his
weird
stuff.
MP3 videos are the best.
Those ones, and I like. He does also apparently he does a drum stream, and I like people. People make the songs.
And he has that giant snake.
He has a giant snake, very cute, Frankie.
And the snake is so cute. Yeah, and Frank's a girl.
Yeah.
It's a girl snake.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if there's any other weird YouTube channels I follow. Actually, this is a weird thing. So my sister Danny had a YouTube channel, and so it's still active and it still has videos, but she's been dead for 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
11 years now. So it's almost 11 years. So it's really weird. It's like really weird to be able to like, that's my dead sister's YouTube channel. She's just like like family videos and like vacation videos. Did you ever see Yell You Better?
Yell You Better? No, I don't think so.
She's really funny. I think she's a comic out of Chicago. She hasn't done one in a long time, but it's basically just like writing in for advice, and she yells at you while she does it.
That's kind of cool. I watched this guy.
I watch way too much leftist YouTube.
Well, okay, so maybe we can talk about that a little bit. Do you know Yugopnik?
How do you spell that?
Yugopnik. But about a month ago, he did a 34-minute video about left YouTube, so the pipeline, and he goes.
So I saw the video, I saw the thumbnail, but I didn't watch it.
Do you like Rachel Maddow?
Oh God.
What about Carl
Noah
Moses?
Sampson.
Did you
Noah
or
Sampson's just attacking me. Have you seen it, Noah Sampson at all?
Sweet young man. I don't mind him.
He's pretty. Yeah, he's fine.
So here, I'll list my leftist cast.
Yes.
Or at least left to leftish to leftist. I've got H. Bomber Guy, Fundy Fridays, I would say is leftist. They talk about evangelical Christianity and cults and fundamentalist politics. Some more news, Philosophy Tube, Noah Sampson, Kaylin Conrad, if you want a really good queer perspective. Maggie Mayfish, I would say, is left, but also mainly movie critique. I really like her a lot. Nick Arenio isn't left, but he's pretty good at calling out toxic, shitty creators. FD Signifier, obviously lefty. He's great. I really like FD Signifier.
Yeah, he's good.
Let's see, who else do I got? I like Renegade Cut. He's pretty dry, but I like him.
Yeah, he's good.
ContraPoints. I mean, I genuinely don't know how people can't enjoy her videos, but I can understand why they can't as well. If she's hitting the wrong nerve for you, that's completely understandable. It's funny, I'm peppered with a lot of poor painters in here too, so that kind of throws things a little bit for us. I would say Kat Graff on the art YouTuber I was telling you about, I would say she's lefty too. Sophie from Mars is super great. One thing I like about her is she can talk about a video game franchise that I'm never going to play and I'm still interested. Same with H. Bomber Guy. Knowing Better, I think he was like a high school teacher. And now he just does basically social studies videos, and they're pretty good. I like John the Duncan. He did a really good video about how Chicken Run is communist.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm still subscribed to James Somerton. That's so embarrassing.
Oh, no.
I need to clean that up. I think he completely deleted his channel.
Yeah, he took down all his videos at least.
There was this guy who was on for a while called Harm Reduction Man. I really enjoyed him because he was talking a lot about, like, drug use and stuff. Zoe B is really good. Cass Eris is really dry, but she's good. I like Carlos Maza a lot. His videos make me cry, though. So rude. Lindsay Ellis, I love her, but she's only on, what's the one that they have? A lot of the creators, they made their own channel.
Fansly?
No, I think it starts with an N. But like Ace Bomber Guy and Philosophy Tube and all of them on it.
Yeah, Nebula.
You know what I'm talking about. I really like Sean. He's British and extremely dry, but very informative. I like Crash Course, but I don't know if I like the Green Brothers anymore.
Oh, yeah.
They just seem pretty up their own butts. There was another one I was going to mention. I feel like there was one that's kind of less prominent. Nah, there must be one I'm thinking of that's not listed. But Allie Broche, the lady who made the Cyanide and Happiness. No, not the Cyanide and Happiness. But she's the one where, you know, like that all the things meme.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I follow her YouTube channel, which doesn't like have anything on it because she kind of gave up. But like, I think she either went to U of M or Bozeman. So she just like went to college in my home state. So I think she's super cool. And her discussion of her personal experiences with depression are really, really, really comforting when you're going through it. But yeah, like I'm happy with what Hassan Piker is doing, but what he's doing is not for me.
No, totally. And, you know, the way you put
that would
it...
be the way to describe him.
The way you put it at the beginning where he's he's a good for, you know, loners, on like stupid white guys on the internet. You know.
Yeah, he's a good starting off point.
Totally. He's really accessible. He's really visible. And I
don't like the way he yells at his viewers. That leaves me out the most.
You know what? Chat is a bunch of fucking losers. Let me tell you, I'm in there every fucking day, and sometimes they're shitters.
Well,
sometimes
maybe
you know what?
You guys need to foster a better chat environment.
The thing that's the joke about Hassan's chat is that chat hates chat and chat hates Hassan. But then like there's like on Twitter and in the Discord there's all these weirdos that like thirst over Hassan, and it's like somewhere in the middle there's like all the normal people who are kind of just there. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's he.
Oh, Shan Spear, she's a really good leftist YouTuber. I definitely do not have enough YouTubers that are not white people. And that's something I would like to improve upon at some point in my life.
That is kind of hard. I've started following Jamaican reggae drummers that do like drum lesson stuff.
Ooh.
There's one, I forget the guy's name, but he was just talking about reggae chops, and they were pretty good.
No, that sounds good. I got super into reggae. Well, not super into reggae, but I definitely sought out finding more reggae artists to listen to after the second season of Luke Cage came out.
Oh, dude, yeah. Both those seasons of the soundtracks were incredible.
Mm-hmm. That show was pretty good. Out of like the Netflix Marvel series, I would say I liked Luke Cage a lot, and I liked the first season of Jessica Jones a lot.
Yeah.
Daredevil was too bloody, too quick, and that motherfucker cannot do an American accent. Like, he just can't. We just rewatched Stardust, and I'm like, yeah, stick with the British shit.
Oh, yeah, Stardust, great.
Such a great movie. Also, my friend has been hesitant to watch it, but really loves Our Flag Means Death, and I'm like, you have to watch Stardust. I've been watching stuff that More Perfect Union's putting out, but I'm a little skeptical.
Their stuff hasn't been too bad.
It hasn't been bad, but it's so polished, I'm worried.
The one about the truck driver, they have to live in their truck.
Oh, I love Big Joel. I forgot to bring up, I really do love Big Joel. I don't always agree with what he says, but I do like Big Joel a lot.
Totally.
And the Little Joel videos have been fun.
Do you watch any like the science YouTubers at all?
I watch Octopus Lady.
Octopus Lady? I don't know Octopus Lady.
I don't watch the ones that are like the TikTok crossovers. Like, so I don't watch that like really kind of like butch tough sounding lady with the long hair and she's always wearing like the black like bucket hat. I've watched some of her videos, but she's not really my favorite. I like Animal Logic a lot.
Animal Logic.
And I'm trying to get the science ones. I love the slow-mo.
Oh, slow-mo guys are good. They just did a crossover with probably my favorite slow-mo YouTubers.
Okay, you mean the ones who can make a 10-minute video into a 40-minute video?
No, I meant the Australian guys. How ridiculous.
Yeah, they're called out right now. Because I saw the videos that came out around the same time, but both their content and the slow-mo videos were twice as long as they normally were. And then I went over to their channel and I was like, Jesus Christ, how much talking do you have to do? Their videos are pretty long.
13 minutes, 14 minutes, 16 minutes.
Anna, stay out of my home state.
I've just been following them for like 3 years, I guess.
No, they seem to have a really strong fan base, and they seem to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, they're just doing dumb stuff a lot of the time.
They
have a giant blender. They have a giant sword machine.
Did they make the world's biggest movie?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Non-science but hilarious. Will It Blend was great videos.
Oh yeah, great.
And then, did you ever see Is It a Good Idea to Microwave This?
No, I haven't seen that.
Just these like fucknut teenage boys, like early 20 boys, like almost killing themselves in their house a couple of times, but there's like tons of videos of them microwaving shit, and like sometimes the microwave explodes.
Yeah, they do that. That's crazy.
Oh, I went through a really long. I've gone through cycles of checking out videos of thermite, because thermite is amazing.
Thermite. I remember in high school being really like into the idea of making thermite.
Thermite over frozen lake. Excuse me.
Will it go through?
Hey, get back. Go back. We're not. Get beyond. Go back to the selection. I think I know which one will get us there quicker. No talking, just video. Do the minute and a half one.
No talking, just video. You are on the shorts.
Sometimes. Well, sometimes, because, like, if I'm going to watch a talking video, I want the talking to be important.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
And not just filling time, so then you can at least put 2 ad breaks in your videos.
It's going to go through.
I don't know if it goes through. But it does shoot a beam of light up into the sky. I know it's not actually doing that. But that is how headlights work when I'm driving at night.
Dude, I have to work. I have to drive to work at like 6 in the morning, and people are like, got their brights on in my rearview mirror. I'm like, what? Stop it.
Well, it doesn't even have to be the bright for it to be super bright, because just like the base setting for most headlights are so fucking bright right now.
With the LEDs.
Oh, I watched The Backyard Scientist, and one of these days I hope he kills himself in a video. Because he does some of the dumbest shit. But I enjoy The Backyard Scientist as well. Yeah, it might not have melted through.
Oh.
Maybe that's it melting through. Oh. It's done. But yeah, I love thermite videos. There is a, like a compressor channel or like a hydraulic press channel, and the people are from like Sweden, I think, and they are fucking great. So when he's like, holy shit, it's just the best.
Yeah, I love the hydraulic press videos. The guy, early on in YouTube, I was watching the vacuum chamber videos. Just like what happens in the vacuum chamber.
I do like the vacuum chamber videos. There's a lot of them where, like, I think my critique is where, like, they'll build up to just one shot of the video that's all I care about.
Right.
And I think that's kind of how I feel about the Australian guys. I just feel like they talk about what they're doing a lot before they actually do it.
I would say it depends on the video, but that's true. Because there's some videos where they do like many different events during the video, like when they've done they stack up the balloons. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I guess if I can tell that you're vamping for ad revenue, you know?
Yeah.
And we're not playing Vampire the Masquerade?
Because
seems like should be vamping.
I get it. Yeah.
We only vamp at the table, okay? Now I'm trying to think if there's any other weird YouTube niches I hit. Oh, deep sea ocean. So the science documentaries that I probably enjoy the most is anything about deep sea ocean and deep sea ocean creatures. There's this one specifically about chemosynthetic oases. Hold on. Yes, it's called Into the Abyss. This one's an hour long. I'm just going to send you the link, though, because this would be a good one to have on in the background when you're doing shit. The guy sounds so calm and soothing. But I really like this because I think, like, I feel like it's a lot more important for us to study the bottom of the ocean than a lot of people want to acknowledge.
Yeah, definitely.
He also has some really good ones about how, especially like at the poles and stuff,
The deep sea.
creatures can get just fucking huge when they get deep in the water. And it's because, like, the larger you are, the less calories it takes to keep you warm.
Oh, interesting.
On, like, cold water, I think. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, like, you also can get a lot of inspiration for, like, horrifying monsters for your next, like, D&D campaign, I feel like. Oh, marine snow. So, you know, that's just, like, all the detritus that falls down from the top of the ocean. I was watching one the other day where they called it fecal pellets.
Great.
And it made me laugh really hard. The best part about watching those aquarium scathing videos from the Serpent Design guy is that there are just certain ways he describes certain things that they're just, like, stuck in my head. He calls, like, plant, like, leaves and stuff, he calls them botanicals. So whenever Corey outside and there's, like, a leaf on the ground, I'm like, Corey, it's a botanical!
There's botanicals everywhere.
There's botanicals everywhere! So I've really been enjoying that. And talking about the scape and, you know, if I'm going to use spider roots or not. It's kind of a big deal. But yeah, so chemosynthetic oases are cold sinks at the bottom of the ocean. It's not like the hot vents, they're cold. And what they're feeding off of is, like, the chemicals in there. It's like a methane thingy.
Oh.
And there's hot vents and then there's cold vents.
Lovely.
Also, those fish just look gross.
Yeah, a little tube worm.
And those tube worms look like vaginas.
It's true.
Just a little bit at the end. Just a little bit. A little bit. You can't argue that.
Chemosynthetic oases. Full movie. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I definitely will probably put that on sometime and just watch
Oh, no, I think you'd actually really enjoy it. But yeah, I've gone on some pretty intensive deep dives of, like, deep ocean creatures. The magna pinna squid, the octopus lady is great. Just watch, like, 2 of her videos and you will fall in love with her. Because, like, the thing specific of YouTube where it's like you have, like, a cute animated character, you're really, like, excited, and there's definitely a good amount of memification going on. I don't mind that as long as, like, it doesn't feel manufactured.
Totally. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, this one is specifically about the same stuff as the last documentary I sent you, but she does it a lot more adorably.
Yeah. Oh, this.
But she's great.
Watchable.
She's great. I love her. And her list is really adorable too. Yeah, I love my YouTube. Also, I watch a lot of content surrounding, like, Dimension 20 stuff as well, like D&D, and then like a lot of Dropout stuff on YouTube. So like you can watch a lot of the game show episodes and stuff if you want.
Definitely.
And Game Changer is super funny, and same with Make Some Noise. I don't know if this one's going to be on YouTube, but they had Wayne Brady on one of the Make Some Noise episodes, and it's like an improv karaoke episode. So it was basically Wayne Brady doing what he did on Whose Line Is It Anyway and kicking ass with the other people who were also kicking ass. So.
They have it, maybe they don't.
Oh, do they have the full episode?
No.
Well, they have the trailer, and they have clips, so you can at least see some of the clips from the episode.
That man has better buttercream.
Talking about Legos makes you unapproachable.
Say, sucker, succulent scissor. Chumps and lumps. Who's gonna take the dumps? Cincinnati, Ohio is rampant with wolf attacks. Mama like wish she could put it away. What?
Bam, Papa.
Jason Mraz scratches my back and ass.
3.
All right.
So honestly,
Well, it's pretty funny.
like, just going to literally the Dropout YouTube Shorts channel would probably be a good palate cleanse for anyone after a depressing video.
Farts you ever heard.
Yeah. I like some
Like,
shorts.
come on.
Would you love me more? You wanna
Exactly.
in the back of the day? You wanna use your birthday? Yeah. You
Yeah, that looks.
Oh, also the guy with the tie sitting at the desk.
Yeah.
So that's Sam Reich. He's the one who owns the company. His dad is Robert Reich, the labor secretary of the Clinton administration.
unethical.
That's weird.
Wait.
Yeah, when I realized that, I about shit my pants. And what's nice is that they were able to like continue working during the strike because they met all of the demands.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
So Dropout and A24 could do the demands.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. No, it was definitely what's his name from Netflix. It was holding out for something like. He's like, no. I think we can break him. And David Zaslav, of course, was being a piece of shit. Bob Iger, fuck that guy.
Well, and I love how much Drew Barrymore stepped in it so fucking hard.
God, like until that moment, I'm like, okay, she's innocent. She's whatever. She's just Drew Barrymore. And then I was like, no.
Also, she's been working in this industry since before she could talk.
Yeah.
She didn't fucking know.
She just didn't know.
And if anything, maybe she should realize maybe she doesn't have the legs to stand on this conversation because she's never known how the need for a fear of job security.
Seriously, yeah.
I guess I'm just glad I'm not rich, so I can just know that I'm better than everyone else. Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 2 hours. Anything else?
Yeah, we've been talking for a long time. I've been arguing a lot, and you've just been like, hey, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I get it. I'm wrong, and I accept that.
Thank you. Glad someone figured it out.
Anything else you want to touch on before we end this? Thank you so
Well,
much.
mainly that we should probably podcast again soon, all four of us.
Absolutely.
That would be important. So the Everything and Nothing crew and the Recyclables crew should probably collaborate again soon. Pat's been releasing the episodes from our vampire game. We're working on scheduling the new game coming up too. And then Corey, Pat, and I worked with the Nancy Boys to do a little Halloween one called it's called Halloweenies with the Nancy Boys.
Oh.
Which we got to do one more round of that because, every one shot turns into a two shot.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I think the thing I would touch on is that if you have the bandwidth and you have the ability to expose yourself to unpleasant content. Please engage with content about the genocides going on around the world. The fact that we're turning away is convincing advertisers that it's completely okay to suppress content from people being genocided. So if you have the time to watch that Instagram reel, that TikTok, that YouTube short, watch it, share it, leave a comment, do the things to show these algorithms that, yes, we still are interested in the fact that our government is paying for more children to die. I'm sorry I'm leaving on a sad note. It's all I'm good at.
Well, okay. So, again, shout out your pocket. But, okay, first off, I did talk to the host of the other podcast I do, and he also wants to have you guys on. So,
So I'll have my people talk to your people. Yeah, I mean, we did an episode specifically about the Palestine-Israel conflict, and then we just recorded one about the Congo as well. Like, I guess I just say that because, yes, social media is a great place to relax and unwind, but for some people it might be the only way they can get their information out because mainstream media is barely talking about the Palestinian perspective of what's going on, and, like, Pat literally couldn't even find any mainstream coverage of the genocide happening in the Congo or the Sudan.
yeah,
So,
that's just ridiculous.
So it's like, just eat some fucking peas and carrots before you go on of watching ordinary sausage make something into a sausage that shouldn't be.
Yep.
But yeah, it was nice streaming with you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day.
Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for coming on and
no
spending some time with us. But yeah, you got to come back and see the studio.
I guess I'm just worried that I'm worried that people are going to think they're when they're on YouTube, and I'm like, you don't have to be. That's just me.
Yeah. No, I think they got it. I don't know. I hope they got it. We gave him some good people to watch, so.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was completely apolitical, and there was plenty of political stuff as well.
Totally.
All right, but yeah, it was fun chatting with you. I hope you have a lovely rest of the evening. Give your new kitty cat some extra love from me.
I will.
And the other cat.
No, I know.
No,
I feel so bad because, like, Sid went from being this, like, big, old, I mean, not old, but this big boy cat, like, in charge of the house, and now he's got, like, this little boy cat running around. And he's like, I feel like he wants to, like, take care of him, but also doesn't want to see him ever again. Like, at the same time, he's like, I need to make sure he's in there so I know I can avoid that area. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So
that sounds like parenthood.
Been giving him extra love. It's okay. Anyway.
It's okay, Sid. It's okay, Sid.
We're not going to replace you.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Not yet.
Maybe. But yeah, thanks for having me. I hope everybody has a lovely evening. And if you like Christmas, that's great. Just don't make it my problem.
Yeah. enjoy your non-denominational festive winter time.
I too like lights lit up in the darkness.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's all it is.
Exactly. Well, have a good one, Charlie.
Good night. Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, we're disconnecting. Well, that went great. Thank you. And this is all a proof of concept system. You know how it is, boys. Hi up there. So this is Charlie in the studio. We can turn this off now. That I don't even need this. This is Charlie in the studio. And thank you guys for watching and being here with me in the studio. And I know these studio streams have kind of been weird and on and off. They're not on a consistent time, and unfortunately that's just kind of the way of it right now. But you can pretty much count on Mondays. I'm going to be in here. But tomorrow, starting tomorrow, I'm going to do another stream, probably 2 hours or so. And I think we're going to finally have the PC We're going to be putting together the PC, the black box, as I'm calling it. So I think we're going to try and stream it. I have the cameras, I have the setup, I've got the tools, so it might be a little chaotic, it might be a little different than a normal stream, but I think you'll appreciate it and nonetheless. So stay tuned for that. Probably starting around 3 or 4, just FYI. So thanks for watching the podcast, Drowning in Content, my sometimes podcast. Do you guys like the studio changes here? So now I've made this just my stream desk. You can see now we've got the PodTrack P8. It's sitting on top of the laptop right now, which maybe isn't the best idea. And then we've got the MacBook. The MacBook's going to be going away as soon as the other computer is set up here. And then I've got a monitor right here, and then I've got this screen right here. That's crazy. This is actually pointing down. Like it is not parallel to the table, but you can see it from that angle. That's wild. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for watching again. And yeah, see ya.